Live from the New England seacoast and sunny Mexico, it's time for Channel Reviews. Please welcome your fabulous hosts, Mr. D. Nimmin. And Daniel Batal.
Whew, man, I'm excited to be here. As my doctor said to me yesterday, let's get this stream started. So listen, for anybody who hasn't been here before, we are doing the live channel reviews game show. It's where we use a game show format to pull up your channels and give you some tips along the way of how to optimize your channel for faster YouTube growth. And you have the chance to win some fabulous prizes right from the Streamyard catalog. So what we'll be doing is we'll be dropping words. You'll see them flash on screen from the YouTube giveaway tool. And when you see them flash on screen, all you need to do is type those into the chat. You can start right now, and we're going to pick someone from the chat who's typed it in. You only need to type it once. D, how you doing today, pal?
I'm doing fantastic. And the first word to type in, and we're going to give you a little bit of time to kind of get in the zone here. The first thing to type in is the yard. Just like you see it up on the screen right now, there is no space between it. I'm doing great, Daniel. I've been fired up for the past couple of weeks to do this again. I've got my new setup going on here, kind of feeling a little bit more at home here back in Thailand, kind of getting back into the groove. Looking forward to getting back on the horse.
Yeah, it looks great. I thought you got all the cool hanging lights. Everything looks fancy schmancy. I know, trying to do me up. Man. You're trying to do one up on old Daniel. We'll see what happens at the end of the game here. So listen, to anyone who hasn't played this before, the way we work this is we're going to be pulling up channels. We have a wheel that we're going to spin that will decide what we're going to look at on your channel. And if you get 3 of the questions right, basically the optimization factors, you move on to the final round. But if you get 3 wrong, you're going to get knocked out of the competition, and we're going to move back into the chat to pull another contestant up. And this game does get a lot faster as we enter the speed round at the end. So stick around. This is going to get fun.
Yeah, the speed round is called sudden death, and that's where things really start to pick up. So if you don't win on this one, you might win during sudden death, so stick around. And also make sure if you haven't shared this out yet, go ahead and share this out on Twitter, Facebook, whatever your social media platform of choice is. And of course, thank you to StreamYard for allowing us to can you believe they give us a password to their channel?
Judgment hasn't always been something, one of their strong suits, making good judgment calls. Clearly, that is right. Us inside of the house is like, bad choice.
You got it. We're running the entire show today using StreamYard, everything except for the wheel that Daniel's going to use to spin. So all the graphics, everything we're doing with StreamYard, you can use StreamYard to do this as well, to have your own game show, to have your own video podcast, to go live. There's a link down in the description below, and you can go live for up to 20 hours per month for free if you want to give it a spin to see how it's going to work for you.
Right.
All right. Who's spinning the wheel today?
We have Geraldo, our favorite drummer, back on the timpani and ready to roll when you're ready to roll.
You ready? Let's do it.
Oh, we're taking chances putting avatars on screen today, huh? Let's see what happens. Fingers crossed, ladies and gentlemen.
It's good enough for Gage. It's good enough for us.
Our first winner is our first contestant is Icast Enterprises. Let me find that channel quickly, and we'll take a look at what we're going to pull up here. Let the wheel decide.
Icast Enterprises. Daniel's going to get you pulled up, and then the wheel's going to spin and decide what we actually look at with your channel. Everything is just completely random. That's how we make sure that everything is fair.
100%. Right, okay, so here is the Icast Enterprises YouTube channel, but we're not going to take a look at anything right now. We have a wheel that we're going to pull up that's going to decide which portion of this channel we're going to look at to see if they're following what we consider best practices on YouTube. So let's open up that wheel and open up the curtain. There is our beautiful wheel. We need like a female host to come out and stand and spin this wheel. Not our ugly mugs, but you're going to have to
Vanna White. We need a Vanna White. Remember her?
Yeah. Or a Jack Black. Any of those. Any color will do.
What show was Vanna White on? What was that? That was back in the 90s, right?
Vanna was the Wheel of Fortune. It was Wheel of Fortune, right? Because she spun the letter. Speaking of spinning, let's spin this thing and let's see what we're going to look at first.
Let's do it.
We do have more slices. Every month we add new slices to this wheel. It keeps getting crazier and crazier. There we go. Optimized playlist. Dee, can you talk to the people about what we mean when we say optimized playlists?
Absolutely. When we talk about optimized playlist, a playlist is a feature. It's a tool that YouTube gives you to consolidate a group of videos that are like one another. So when somebody comes in, you can show them a playlist, a group of videos where they can binge watch your content one to the next. Now, we're not talking about just putting them in a simple playlist and just like, here's a name that says playlist or vlogs. When we talk about optimized playlist, we're talking about a very descriptive playlist that tells the viewer exactly the type of content that's within that playlist. So think of it in terms of, is your playlist title similar to a video title? Is it very descriptive? Do you have a description in your playlist? Well, optimized playlist.
Share this screen, and we may have something that we have never run into before.
Oh,
this
awesome.
entire channel has 4 videos on it and has no playlist as I click on the playlist tab. Now, normally we would say, well, you know, you should start building playlists, but with only 4 videos, I kind of feel like this channel deserves another spin at the wheel.
Spin it. Spin that smoke wagon. Let's do it.
What happened there, though, I'm sorry, I don't even have it on screen. I should probably put it on screen. Huh?
You should probably do that.
I'm trying to do the 6 things.
This format is pure dopamine.
It is dopamine. Hold on a second. I'm busy spinning and not staying up with the game. Here, let's do this again.
Spin it again. Let's
spin it again. Now we have to remember, every time one of these slices on the wheel ends up being chosen, that slice disappears. So the wheel's going to get a lot thinner as we move forward. Unlike
That's right.
There we go. Clear value proposition. Does this channel have a clear value proposition? Man, I'm struggling over here today. Geraldo, pull it together. Dee, I'm going to pass this over to you. Can you tell me whether or not any channel, regardless of the amount of videos, really should work on defining some sort of value proposition so that the viewer who comes to your channel homepage, has an idea what this channel's about and what they can expect as your channel grows and puts more content out there. So what do you think, Dee? What do you think about when you're looking at this channel?
Well, we know what the channel name is called, Icast Enterprises, and they do have a little tagline on there that says, helping creators be creative. Now, that is a little bit of a value proposition. However, I would love to see them define that and add some more clarity. Maybe you're helping them. I can't see. There you go. Zoom in. My old eyes can't see that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, are you helping them edit? Right? Are you helping them make better thumbnails? Are you doing all of the things? Or are you focusing on YouTubers? Or what type of creators are you focusing on? So I'm going to give this to you because you do have a value proposition, but I would love to see you add some clarity so you speak to the right creator so they know exactly that your channel is for them.
Let me add one little addendum on here. When we say, does this channel have a clear, does your channel have a clear value proposition? We don't just mean give in the header and say, well, that's my channel.
Right.
I see it says I help creators be creative. You actually have to build this channel around that value proposition. So one little bit of warning. I know you're new, and when you're a new channel, test things out, see what connects. I always give new channels a lot more leeway because you're trying to find that thing that works really well. But if you're really helping creators be more creative, this one here, creative ideas for content creators, absolutely meets that value proposition. But then we've got horsing around video, raise money for a good cause, and Memorial Day. Out of context, I don't know that any of those videos feel like these are absolutely something that are designed to help creators be more creative. So just be attentive to that and make sure that you're trying to serve that value proposition as you build content, as you build playlists.
Now, I have a feeling that if Daniel would have made the decision, he wouldn't have given it to you. But I'm like, yeah, 4 videos, you're just getting started. You are telling a little bit up there. I should have looked at the videos.
Well, I got to tell you, you know what? I mean, I think, like I said, it's a new channel. I think you made the right call. They've got the channel art kind of speaking to it. And I do feel like new channels should be trying a few things out and feeling their oats and seeing like what works here, what doesn't work here. So when you're a little less focused, when you're just starting out, to really get a good vibe for what does well on your channel and connects with your target audience, I'm a lot more forgiving. If this channel had 30 videos on, I might have had a problem with being a little win. Spin the wheel and try this again. Hang on.
Go for it.
Hold on.
Let's do it.
Straight whiskey.
Hydrate.
I think we can do this now. Let's spin the wheel.
Let's go.
And this is my favorite part, trying to figure out what we're going to look at next. We do have eliminated and free spins and instant wins slices on here. There we go. Clear thumbnails. Cleared thumbnails. Now let's pull this channel up. Dee, what do you say with only 4 videos up here? You want
to zoom in. You're going to have to.
I'm sorry. Let me do that.
Enhance.
Yes,
enhance.
Let me do that.
Enhance more. Turn 30 degrees.
Okay.
Enhance. There you go.
All right. we need binoculars. D.
Okay. Memorial Day, never forget. There's a little bit of clarity on that, but here's the thing. Because you only have 4 videos, you are new, you are just getting started. I'm not going to be too hard on you, but I will tell you this. Pause right there. You do not need to put your channel logo on there. You don't need to waste any space on your thumbnails putting your channel name up there. And the text is so small up there in the top, I can't even read it. So unfortunately, we're not going to give it to you when it comes to clear thumbnails, but you are just getting started. I love the fact that you are making thumbnails. A lot of people, when they're getting started, they're just letting YouTube make those decisions for them with the automatic screen captures. So here's what I recommend you do. Go find channels that are similar to yours. Like, hey, my channel's like this. They're doing what I want to do, right? Go find a big channel that's doing what you want to do. Study their thumbnails. Look at the fonts that they use. Look at the color choices. Look at the simplicity. Look at the choices that they make with their thumbnails, because that's who you're competing with, right? So if your video somehow gets served next to theirs, you want yours to even have a chance of getting clicked. And right now, you don't have it, but you are just getting started. But unfortunately,
yeah, I'm going to have to call that one a first strike. And yep. I think this one here, my guess is this may be his channel trailer by what I'm looking at. So it's a little confusing, but moving forward, please take all the tips that Dee just gave you. They were really on point.
Yep. And for those of you who are just joining us, all of this is completely random. We are going to put a word on the screen. We've already done this once. The next word, by the way, this is a tip. I will be flashing these periodically. The next word to type in is actually YouTube. So everyone has a fair chance when you see a word come up, or even if it flashes on the screen, type that word in, and then we run a randomizer, which is Streamyard's free giveaway tool, and then it will pick a winner, and then we choose that channel.
100%.
Yep.
All right. Are we popping a little? Are we a little loud? All right. We're getting the call from the executive management saying we're a tad loud, so I'm just going to back off my mic just a little bit so I'm not popping too much. All right. Let's spin this wheel and let's see where we're at.
All right, let's go.
We're popping off. Oh boy. There you go. You got a free spin. So for our friend Icast, we're going to add an extra spin onto this wheel. Currently, you have 1 hit, 1 strike, but we'll move right ahead. If you do happen to get 3 strikes, you can pull that extra free spin out and go for 1 extra try staying in the game. So let's spin again.
Yep.
So exciting. Whoops. Well, I'm hitting all the buttons. I got every sound in the world here. You want them all? How's that one? That one good? Man. Kidney stones will do that to you. So we're supposed to be looking at featured link in the description. Now, this is one we talk about a lot here. No matter if your channel has only 2 videos, it gives you the opportunity to go ahead and link in the description of a video another piece of content on your channel or something specific that you'd like to draw the viewer's attention to, because that area in the description is actually, if you put a video link there and someone clicks it, that's actually by definition part of suggested traffic, videos that are found by links in the descriptions of other videos. So when we say featured, we expect to be able to find it quickly, one specific link that hopefully is near the top. You want to go with, which one would you like to pick here, D? I'm just trying to choose which is the right video. How about
just grab the one with the most views?
I'm going to say the most views is horsing around video. Let's take a look at that one. In the horsing around video, you know what? I see right here, learn more and make a donation on his horsing around video. It's got a featured link that has a, clickable link that he's trying to make a donation. I'm thinking I hit the right sound effect.
I want to say this too. He's flagged, I believe, as a kids channel. So if you're not making content for children, specifically under the age of 18, you do not need to mark your videos or your channel, for that matter, for children. Because as you can see here for Try YouTube Kids, it disabled comments, and it's going to make your discoverability a lot more difficult, well, impossible actually, for videos that are marked for children.
Yeah, this particular video did look like it said at the special game, so it may feature kids.
But it's
or
not
talk
for
about
kids.
So, but check
Right.
that out. Make sure that,
Yeah, look
if
into
you're, because sometimes YouTube will make that decision and say, oh, we saw kids in the video. We heard, that's why they put closed captions. They actually listen to what's being said. So make sure they didn't hear or see something that made them feel this might have been specifically for kids. When we say made for kids, we don't mean, oh, well, kids could watch it too. We mean specifically made for kids under the age of 13. No one older. That's kids content.
Right. And he doesn't mean in the video. He means that your target audience to watch the video is specifically for children under the age of 13.
Yeah, and can also feature predominantly younger kids too. That's one of those tricky things that YouTube will flag when they see something that's featuring a lot of young, footage of young kids, or a host that's a young kid can be tricky where it'll also pull that up. But I think that one's a hit because he definitely has a link to. So that's 2 hits, 1 strike, and a free spin on the wheel. So, man, for a channel with only 4 videos, the wheel's actually treating him pretty well.
The wheel's fair.
Let's see what the wheel has to say next.
I'm feeling an itch to get into sudden death a little faster today.
We might have to.
What do you guys think in the chat?
I like fast pace. Chapters. Oh boy.
I just use the free spin.
Let's go right to the free. There's no chapters on any of this content.
Let's talk about chapters. So, because people who are just getting into YouTube who might be new to this, let's talk about chapters once so they know what it is.
All right. Oh, you want me to talk about it?
Yeah, go for it. Knock yourself out.
So in your videos, what you can do is you can actually add a chaptering feature where if you go into the description and you start a time code, which is basically start with 0:00, put something like the title of your video, and let's say a minute into that video, something happens that is very specific in your video. You can actually put, the 1 minute mark, 1:00, call it the 1 minute mark, and put in the title or like basically a crafty short title that explains what's happening right here in that video. And it time codes it so that when anyone comes along and watches a longer video, like say this 10-minute long video or this 8-minute 20 video horsing around, what it does is they can click and they can actually find the sections of that video that they may want to skip ahead to and watch that might be important to them. And what we found out recently is that YouTube is starting to integrate that into search. So having optimized chapters that you've gone in and built yourself for content that it makes sense for is something that you may want to think about doing because it actually can improve discovery.
Love it. And
I'm going to pull up this one and see. I'm not seeing any. We're going to go right onto the free spin here. What do you say?
Yep. Spin it.
All right. That'll do justice. So we're going to stick with two hits and 1 strike so far. Let's spin the wheel. He's using up our wheel slices pretty quickly.
He is.
I pity the fool who comes up next to this wheel.
Yeah.
Optimized title. Dee, when we talk about optimized titles, can you explain to everybody what we mean?
Yeah, we talk about optimized titles. Go ahead and pull his channel back up. Optimized title is a title that is clear in the audience. So people who you want to click on your video, they understand either what the video is about, right? It's clear how to do something, or it adds a level of curiosity to where they want to learn more. So it can be something that's compelling, something that invokes curiosity, or something that just clearly tells them that you're going to teach them how to do something.
Well, he's only got 4 videos here, and they're very diverse. So there's a bit of a judgment call here as well. What do you think about throwing this one to the lions?
Let's do it. So when we say throw it to the lions, that means you in the audience. If you think that his titles are optimized, give us a thumbs up. If you don't think they are, give us a thumbs down.
Thumbs up and thumbs down. I'll say
the arena erupts.
One of them is titled Memorial Day. One is Raising Money for a Good Cause, Horsing Around Video, and Icast Enterprises Creative Ideas for Content Creators. Are those well-optimized titles? I'm seeing 1 thumbs up from Canfly Washington. I see another thumbs up. Let me see. Thumbs down. Behind the Wall thumbs down. Probably not. TVR Creators. No thumbs down. 4 thumbs down. Wow, 4 thumbs down is aggressive. That's a lot of thumbs. I only have 2. He called a friend over to add in a couple of thumbs. I'm seeing a lot of thumbs down here. I think what the audience is saying here in the chat is it's not that people wouldn't understand what the words meant, is they're not very well optimized for the viewer to be clickable and explain to them what to expect. Something like Memorial Day doesn't tell them what they're going to get in this video. It's almost like when you walk, we talked about this all the time, when you walk into the supermarket, you don't want to see just soup, vegetables, meat, produce. You want to see something that's compelling and explains to the viewer why they'd want to click that video and compel them to come in and actually click and watch your video as opposed to anything else that might be served. So unfortunately, I believe that's strike 2. Strike 2.
You are correct.
2 and 2. 2 and 2, but still in the game. Amazingly, a channel with 4 videos is still in the game.
Yep.
Love it. Let's see what the wheel has to say about what we're going to look at next. Yeah, the wheel is its own judge, jury, and executioner. Here we go. Chat's choice to the Lions. What do you guys think? I'm not going to pull up the channel because I don't want them like picking on something. You can look at what the choices are here. We have things like pinned comment, consistent uploads, featured content, clear channel name, any one of those. You can pick anything you want on the wheel. I mean, if you want to eliminate them or send them some free merch or advance them to the end, to the winning spin where we're going to spin the final wheel for merch. You tell us what you'd like to do. We're letting you guys choose today.
While they're doing that, why don't you tell them what the winners are going to win today? The final winner, what they're going to win today.
The final winner, or anybody who wins the free merch slice on the wheel, what we'll do is going to hook you up, send you over to the Streamyard merch page on the website, and you can pick any singular item that they have on that page. And Dee and I can attest that the quality of the stuff they have is excellent. They've got these coffee mugs that I will try not to spill, that are really fantastic. They're huge. These are like the biggest coffee mugs ever. You put coffee in here, you got coffee for a week. They have fantastic hoodies, great t-shirts, pillows, the stuffed duck, you name it, they have it. And you can get some of the cool StreamYard merch to wear right on your own next live stream.
So it looks like we have a lot of people calling for an end screen. So why don't we go with the end screen?
I think that's a solid choice, right? I think that if you've got 4 videos up, then you should know a little bit about what end screens are. So let's, which one, Dee, tell me which video I should pick.
Third video.
Third video. Here we go.
Yeah.
Now, an end screen, for anyone who doesn't know, is when your video comes to the end, you have the option of featuring a video at the end of when your video ends, and it actually puts the thumbnail of that and the title right up on screen, and it's clickable. So someone who had been watching this video, you can recommend another piece of content for them to watch. So let's go to the end. I'm going right to the end. And do I see an end screen? Unfortunately, there is no end screen on that particular video. So that is going to be third strike. Wow. Whoops, what's this one? These buttons. Listen, I think he's doing really well considering he's only got 4 videos up. He's coming in here. He's trying to get a channel started. So just stay on that path. Try to think about some of the things we're going to talk about through the course of today's game show. And you'll get some tips about things you can think about as you move forward and start making more content and trying to optimize your channel to have a better growth trajectory as you move forward.
Yeah, and we already used your free spin. Icast Enterprises says free spin. We already used the free spin on you.
We gave you
now, we had a little rush of people who came in. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the show. We are doing free channel reviews today, but it is gamified. The way this works, for those of you who are coming in, we are going to flash words on the screen like this. The next word to type in is YouTube. All you have to do is type in this word, and we use the StreamYard giveaway tool. If you're a StreamYard user, you have access to this tool as well. It is totally free, streamyard.com/giveaway. And then once enough people put in the word, once you type it in, we randomize it, right? It goes do-do-do-do-do-do, and it chooses a winner randomly.
Wait, how does it go?
Your channel up.
How does that go? Well,
Something
who
like
needs
that.
sound effects when we have D sound effects? We've got
That's right.
the mouth of D.
That probably just got us a copyright claim. Some
Absolutely.
weird.
You perfectly mimicked something that someone owned.
Right. Okay, look, we've got 90 people in here already. Geraldo, are you ready?
Geraldo, do your thing. Let's do it.
Let's do it. See how this works?
All right, our next contestant for a chance to win wonderful cash and prizes, not really cash, is Robbins Buys and DIY. Robin's Buys and DIYs. Give me a second.
Congratulations, Robin's Buys and DIYs.
Robin's Buys.
We are going to pull up your channel. Daniel's going to pull up your channel.
I am.
Yay, she says.
Yay, it's me.
You're up.
All right, Robin, I've got your channel here. We're not going to do anything currently. This is going to get a little scary right now for you, Robin, because if you we don't choose what we're going to look at your channel. The wheel decides, and currently the wheel looks a bit like this. So
Right.
there's not a lot left on here. So let's hope for some positive outcomes as we spin this wheel. Geraldo, hit it. Man, when that wheel gets thin, it starts getting that big black eliminated. It's pretty scary. It was close. Clear channel name. Dee, explain to people what we mean when we say clear channel name and why that's important.
When we talk about a clear channel name, we mean a channel name that, one, is easy to tell someone about. Sometimes people have channel names with really bizarre, they try to be too clever. They're replacing letters with numbers, or they're not leaving spaces, or they're just spelling things weird. And that's not something that's easily shareable. You know, if we were to meet up in a coffee shop and my phone battery was dead, as it so often is, I'm like, hey, Daniel, did you hear? I mean, I found this new channel. You would absolutely love it. He says, what's the name? And I'm like, oh, you know what? It's this weird spelling. It's got like this 4. I think it's an A or a 4. I don't know. Right? It's not a clear channel name.
Yep.
A clear channel name could also be, right, in addition to that, could be a channel name that clearly defines what your channel is about. In your case, Robin,
Boy,
I would call that a clear channel name.
Very clear. That's a great one. Boy, right off the bat, it's going to be Robin as the person who's going to be on screen. She's talking about buys and DIYs. So it's the thing. She does all kinds of things here, like things she's purchasing and then do-it-yourself projects. So I kind of like it with the scroll sawing, wood burning. The only thing I'd add to this, the channel name is fantastic. Robin, don't be afraid to bring some, the way you've got your channel cropped right now. If we pulled this up on mobile device, you'd only probably see a bit of your hairline and not your face. So when you do build that, and the DIYs, the S is way off the end. So make sure this is optimized for mobile, because if it's not, when people are going to view this on mobile, which is going to be a large majority of the people who watch YouTube, it's going to get cropped back somewhere around here and then somewhere just around here. And this much of it is going to show up on mobile. So really start understanding that you only see the full image when you're on desktop. Make sure you have it cropped in so that important information stays visible no matter what device any person might be visiting your channel from.
Right. And when you're checking your device on mobile, don't use the browser. Don't use Chrome or Firefox or Safari. Don't use that, because that's actually going to shrink the header down in most cases. What you want to do is actually download and open up the YouTube app if you don't have the YouTube app, because what that's going to do is that's actually going to crop your header, and that's how everybody's going to see it that's using the YouTube app, which a lot of people are actually using the app. Where a browser, say you're using Chrome or something like that, a lot of times that will just shrink it and it's going to look fine. You're going to say, well, you can completely read this on mobile. But for people who are using the app, it's going to crop it.
And for anybody who hasn't, had done this before and is like, well, I don't know, how do I know where to crop it? You can simply type YouTube channel art template into Google, click on the images tab, and you'll find these types of templates that tell you right up in the upper left. They tell you like, okay, the entire thing should be 2560 by 1440. It gives you the breakdown of this center section. This is what you're going to see no matter what device you're on. It's going to be this wide up and down. The larger part only sometimes shows up on it when you're watching from a widescreen television. But then these darker sections define, this is everything. This darkest section is what you're going to see on the mobile, right? And then this slightly less, not quite as dark, it's a medium shade of gray. It'll go all the way out to here if they're viewing your channel art on a tablet, and then all the way out to the farthest ends out here if they're on desktop, which is how you've got it built right now. So just squeeze those back in and make sure you're staying inside of this. Easy way to do this: download the template, put it inside of your whatever Photoshop you're using or whatever kind of photo software you're using, editing software, and just pull the opacity of it back, make it so you can see through it, and then you can build right underneath it, turn it on and off every now and make sure everything's staying right where it should be.
I do it the opposite. I use that as my base layer and build on top of it.
Oh, do you? And then just stay inside?
Tomato.
We are very different people. We come from very different mothers.
Right?
So right off the bat, we've got, that is a one hit. So congratulations on that. Out of the gate, already heading towards the winner's circle. But let's spin the wheel again and see what we're going to look at next.
Yep.
All right, looks like consistent uploads. Consistent uploads. Do you want to handle that?
Yeah, go ahead and pull her channel back up. When we talk about consistent uploads, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to upload every Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. It's just that you have some sort of cadence to your upload schedule.
So we've got, she uploaded 1 day ago. She streamed 5 days ago. She streamed 6 days ago. She had a video she uploaded 9 days ago. She streamed 12 days ago. She had another video up 13 days ago. She had a short that she put up 2 weeks ago. Boy, I got to tell you, she's got a nice consistent pattern of getting content out there, and especially recently, she's putting up several pieces of content a week. So congratulations on that, but I would say that's extremely consistent. That is hit number 2. Very well done. Very well done, Robin. Boy, especially when you're a new channel, like really making content so that you can actually, you know, even if sometimes you don't get the most amount of views and you're worried like, well, does more content get me more views? The more content, what it does is it actually gives you a chance to start learning how to be a better content creator. So as you start finding your groove, there's actually more content in your catalog. So when people do start responding, there's more there for YouTube to recommend. There's more for viewers to come by and say, what, I like that one video. What else you got on your channel? And then they can start discovering more of your content. So building out a catalog of content is important on many levels for you as a creator and to the viewing audience that you're trying to reach.
Love it. Well said.
Let's spin this thing.
Not a whole lot of options left.
Hits.
Look at that.
Oh man, it's getting scary. It's getting scary.
The eliminated black one is just like tracking.
It just keeps getting bigger.
Oh no.
Featured content. Featured content is one that sometimes people don't always take advantage of. And when we talk about featured content, what we mean is on your channel homepage, if you go into your customization tab, you have the ability to add a piece of content that will be at the top, larger than the rest, and featured for either the new visitor. Sometimes they refer to that as a trailer, though it doesn't have to be a trailer. It just has to be a piece of content specifically there for a new visitor. And then a different piece of content that will be displayed for the returning subscriber, someone who's already subscribed to your channel and they've come back to your homepage probably to see maybe if you have a new video up. So let's go to her homepage and let's see if she's got featured content. Nice and big, her smiling and waving right at the top. Man, I tell you, that's when she's swinging for the fences. She tried 3 in a row, bam, moves right on to the final round.
I love it. I love it. Hey, Daniel, can you show people, can you pull up your channel and show people how they actually do this? How they can add feature content in there, because I know a lot of people who are getting started, they're just completely lost. Like, how do I put this in here?
Yeah, the easiest way to get to it, if you happen to pull up your own channel when you're logged in, you will see that there are a few different tabs up front. Now, I have joined, I have a memberships because I've reached the threshold to have a memberships option. But if you see right next to that, you'll see customize channel and manage videos. If you click on customize channel, it will take you right to the channel customization tab. And this is everything that's going to display on each of the pages that you can control. So right here, we start with the channel homepage. And if you see up top, I've got 2 areas here. It says channel, let me get the magnifying glass out. Channel trailer for people who haven't subscribed. Again, ignore the word trailer. Think of it more as a video for people who haven't subscribed, a featured video. And then down below is a featured video for returning subscribers. Now, if you haven't added anything, there'll just be the option to add here. If you want to change these, if you hover over this area, I don't know if I can do it all at once. Up in the upper right, you'll see there's a 3-dot ellipsis. If you click on that, what it'll do is it'll allow you to either remove that video, change that video so that you can customize it over time. Because a lot of times I like to put my brand new video right up for returning subscribers. So I'll change this one a lot. But that's nice and simple, nice and easy for you to be able to change that optimization and get that featured content right up there so that people can see it.
Love it. So congratulations, Robin. She's knocked it out of the park 3 in a row. So
Man,
she's the first one to actually advance into the winners. What do we call that? The winner wheel? The winner's wheel? The wheel of winners?
Winner's circle? Winner's
circle?
I don't know. Anyone in the chat have a better idea? We're terrible with names today. I can barely get the sound effects to work. So,
what do we call it? Do we call it the wheel of winners, the circle of winners, winner circle? You guys decide.
Bunch of people.
A bunch of people sticking to a spinny thing. All right. And while we're waiting for your suggestions there, the next word to type in is upload. The wheel of opportunity. That's a good one. The Canva classroom.
Nice. Wheel of opportunity. That's excellent.
Yep. There we go. And Doug says, winner, winner, chicken dinner. The winner's circle, winner's couch. I'm curious. So the word couch, like if you go to a lot of places in the world, they call it a sofa. I'm curious, in your part of the world, where I'm just asking you guys to type in all kinds of stuff today, do you call it a couch or do you call it a sofa? I think couch is like more of an American thing. I think.
Is it? Yeah.
I think so.
I call it a couch.
Yeah, I call it a sofa now. I used to call it a couch.
So let me ask you, are you a sofa potato or a couch potato?
Ooh, that's a good one.
See? Yeah.
That's a good
All right,
one.
let me pull up the other wheel. Oh, man. I want to make sure I pull up the other wheel. It has so few slices left. It's getting a little hairy here.
All right. Ooh, somebody calls it a long seat. That's
a long seat. Oh.
Sofa. Okay, let's spin it. You ready, Geraldo?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go. A Chesterfield, old Trish says.
Wow, look at that. Man, fast winner, Cheese Channel. I was going to misread that. Cheese, not Chris. Cheese Channel. Not cheese as in, some like portobello. What am I talking about? It's not like American cheese, Swiss cheese, like cheese, like cheese. Let me see if I can find it.
All right. So I'm curious what people are calling it here. A lot of people call it a couch. Some people call it a sofa. A Davenport. Interesting.
Oh, Davenport.
Okay, so that's interesting. A sofa seats two. A couch is longer.
Really?
Interesting. Sofa king.
See?
A Davenport.
Sofa king.
Oh, here we go. Right here. It's technically a sofa. I work at a furniture store.
Really?
There you go.
I thought something that seated two people, that was like a love seat. So we have so many different terminology. Look, how did we get down the furniture rabbit hole? Let me find.
I don't know, but I feel a new game show coming on.
Join us next week.
Join us next week. We're giving away furniture.
Stop by the foyer where we'll have our Davenport.
That's right. Hey, we do have some duck pillows. You have a duck pillow over there?
I do have I have a duck pillow. I have the stuffed duck too. They're up here somewhere. We have all the pillows in the world. The pillow
love
channel.
Seat. Seats
love seat
two.
Love seat sits two.
See,
it depends. Depends kind of relationship you're in. Sometimes it can see three.
That's
let's pull this up here. We've got
right.
Cheese Channel. Man, we're so off track today. Cheese Channel. I am going to pull up the wheel with the very few amount of slices we have left and see if we can find out what we're going to look at on this channel. Cheese Channel.
Oh boy.
When you sit and have some cheese, do you eat it on a sofa or on a couch?
No.
Oh, I mean, that's the one. Oh man. Sometimes the wheel giveth and sometimes the wheel taketh away. That is
Indeed.
that is a harsh hit. But Cheese Channel, you are more than welcome to continue to play the game because you could get pulled up again. We've had this happen many times. Anytime a word is put into the chat, you're more than welcome to play again. We've had channels come up more than once. So a tough loss right now, but don't take that one to heart.
Yeah, that came in a lot faster than I thought. Unfortunately, eliminated means you're gone. So the next word to type in, I should have had this prepared. I really didn't think we would fall on eliminated so fast. The next word to type in is thumbnails. Thumbnails are so important. If people do not click on your thumbnails, they're not going to get to watch your videos. So if you're sleeping on your thumbnails, if you're taking it, you're just not focusing on trying to improve your thumbnails, you're definitely missing out. So this is something very important.
Don't sleep on your thumbnails. Sleep on your Chesterfield or your Davenport.
That's right.
Not your thumbnails.
Nap on your love seat, if you will. But don't sleep on your thumbnails.
Oh,
Daniel, and you're probably in the same boat. And I would say anyone in here who's having success on the platform, I spend a lot of time. Sometimes I'll make a video and I'll make multiple thumbnails, and I'll test them over the course of, when you first publish, I'll watch that for an hour or two or three or four or five and swap that out sometimes.
I'm not as insane as Mr. Beast is. He puts insane amount of time into his thumbnails, and then he makes several and then hovers on that first few hours of uploads and really makes sure that there's a certain trajectory he's trying to hit. And if he doesn't hit it, he immediately starts, reworking them. You can see it too. A lot of times I'll see one of his videos posted somewhere with the thumbnail that's in the cache of that wherever he posted it. And then somewhere else I'll go to YouTube and it'll be like a different thumbnail. And it's really interesting to see he tweaked it a little bit and he changed it. He's trying to get, he's really trying to get it to connect.
You know, and I think we've talked about this before, something that's worked, it works well sometimes. And again, it's always down to testing. Sometimes it's topical as well. Sometimes when I first publish, I'll put myself in the video. So my subscribers and my community, oh, Dee posted another video. It's clear that I'm in the video. But then once that video kind of gets the legs a little bit, I'll start testing it out where I take myself out of the video, because if you don't know me, you don't know me. It doesn't make sense. Right. And sometimes that works. Sometimes that works really well for bringing in a new audience.
That's very smart. Hey, we've got 82 people who have already entered the word thumbnails in there. Shall we roll?
Let's go. Roldo. What's it going to be?
Robin's Buys and DIYs. We need a judgment call here, folks, because normally I say you can always come in more than once, but we do have a very thin wheel right now. So what do you guys think? I want to throw this to the Lions and let them make the choice.
Let's do it.
Shall we let Robin play again for an option to have 2 slices in the final wheel spin, or would you guys rather we move ahead one more time and choose someone else?
What are the odds of that out of 80-something people?
I got to say this. Not only was she doing everything right on her channel, she's doing everything right in this game today. She is just on a trajectory to win today.
Wow, the crowd is vicious today. They want blood.
Spin again, spin again. Nah, thumbs down. Move ahead. No, roll again. Not fair.
Hey,
not fair. It's
let's,
no way.
Look,
we're being
let's
fair.
Spin again. Ready?
Right.
Geraldo, you ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Oh, sorry. Come on, Geraldo. Wrong buttons. I'm not ready. I just pretended I was ready. Okay, normal mode TV. Well, we're sorry about that, Robin, but sometimes the Lions can be vicious. They are they're wild animals, so what they do, we have no control over.
They're out for blood sometimes.
They are. They are out for
blood.
What can you do? So let me find normal mode TV. What is normal mode TV?
I have no idea. And this is one of those, clear channel name things that we're talking about. Like, I mean, you don't have to know what your channel's about by the name. If you just saw my channel name or Daniel's channel name, you wouldn't necessarily know. But I'm always interested when you see channels like this. Like, what is it? A gaming channel? What is it? Are you repairing old televisions? What are you doing on here? Game reviews.
Boy, you better hope that it's not, clear channel art, because I'm squinting to try to read the text in that channel art. But as I said, like anything else, we let the wheel decide. And there's only a few slices left in this wheel. Yep. So let's spin the wheel and see what we're going to look at. Yeah. Or potentially move on. We still have that instant advance slice.
Yeah.
Pinned comment. Dee, can you please explain to people who may not understand what we mean by a pinned comment, what that actually means?
Yes, a pinned comment is a comment that you leave yourself. You leave your own comment and you link out to another relevant video or a relevant playlist. Well, it could be anything that you're trying to draw attention to, but if you're trying to grow your channel, it's best to link it to another piece of relevant content, be it a single video or a playlist, and you can pin that comment, and it's going to stay at the top above all the other comments. So anyone coming down to read the comments or to leave their own comment, they're going to see your comment and increase the likelihood that somebody is going to actually click on those. And don't just drop the link. Give them a reason to click. Put some compelling text on there. Tell them what that link is. Let them know why they should click that link. Now, obviously, if your video purpose is not to grow the channel, maybe you're trying to drive people into your sales funnel, maybe you're collecting emails, or it could be an affiliate product that you're trying to sell, you can pin that there too. Bottom line is, though, you need a pinned comment. If you're not pinning a comment, putting something there of value, right, you're leaving views or money on the table.
Okay, so let's pull up this channel really quickly and share it. I did start with the newest video to see if there was a pinned comment, and there was not. So I went the opposite direction, and I shuffled them by the most popular video on his channel, figuring, well, if that's driven the most amount of views, if there's anywhere you might want to pin a comment, that's got to be the place. And I'm looking here, and there is not a pinned comment. You've left that wide open, a great spot to have to create a view funnel or push toward someone intentionally towards another piece of the puzzle that you'd like him to go towards. I'm not seeing anything, unfortunately.
Yep, I'm not seeing it either. The next word to type in, by the way, is pinned comment.
Pinned comment.
And I'm running a little bit late on this one.
Listen, these are a lot of buttons in this game, and we're just not doing a great job of hitting all of them at the same time, so cut us some slack. But listen, there are 4 slices left on the wheel: cards, advance, free merch, and host's choice. So you've got an excellent chance of going right to the final round, winning free merch, or having us pick something really horrible that you don't want to have us pick for you. But let's spin the wheel and see what we got going on here. When this wheel runs out of options, we're going to move right into sudden death, folks. So be prepared for this thing to really pick up pace here. My friend. And look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Instant advance. That means we're going to take this channel and we're going to put them right into the final wheel spin where they get a chance to win merch right from the Streamyard catalog. So congratulations to you, and I'll put you right in the final wheel, Mr. Normal Mode TV or Mrs. Normal Mode TV.
And on that note, do you know what time it is? It is time for, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Daniel Batal, it is time for
sudden death.
You got it. It's time for sudden death. That means you get one chance. We spin the wheel. We choose a winner. The wheel spins.
Oh, man, it's contagious.
Yeah, it is. It's one time. You get one chance. You don't get 3. You get one chance. You either advance or it's game over. This is exciting. This is the good stuff.
Yeah, all right. Let me go back to the other wheel because I got to pull up this other wheel now, and I have to reset all the slices to make sure we have all of the slices in here. So wherever we pull up from now on, you're going to have a fair shot at everything that's on the original wheel.
Yep, starting over.
Okay, when you're
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, we got. Well, did we put a word? We put a word into the chat form.
Yep, it is pinned comment.
Pinned comment. Okay. We've got 63 entries right now, 64. There's a quick moment. We'll let you quickly put in just write pinned comment into the chat because we're going to spin the wheel. We're going to move very quickly here. Are you ready, Dee?
Yeah. Yep. Let's do it. Go. Who's it going to be?
Pet Connection International. I'll tell you what, I like the name.
It's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful, but I feel like I might know what this channel's about.
Yep. This is a clear channel name. At least I hope. I hope.
I think so. If we get here and it's a gaming channel, I'm going to be a little confused.
Right.
Okay, so here it is. I'm seeing hamsters. I'm seeing gerbils. All right, it is a pet. It is about pets, so that's fantastic. But let me pull up the wheel because we're not going to choose what we're going to look at today. The wheel will decide what we're going to look at, and you have one shot at this. It's either you're out of this match for this round, or you're going to move on to the final wheel spin. So let's do that, and let's see what we're going to take a look at for best practices. This is where I really have to learn how to use my fingers in this round. There's no playing around. This is fast.
Here we go.
Optimized playlist. Dee. Hey, Nick's in the chat. Nice to see you, Mr. Nick Nimmin.
What's going on, bro?
Dee, can you explain to people what we mean by optimized playlists and why they're important?
Yeah, this is the first thing we tackled when we went live. Optimized playlist is basically when you create a playlist, when you gather videos together that are like one another. The idea is you want somebody to come in and binge watch your content. When we're talking about optimizing your playlist, we're talking about a playlist title that actually makes sense so the viewer knows what the videos are about. You don't want a playlist title that just says vlogs or trips to the store. You want something very descriptive so it adds clarity to let people know exactly what the playlist is about. And if you can, add a description. You're allowed to add descriptions to the playlist. Add those in there as well because your playlist can be recommended to people on the platform. So make sure you optimize your playlist and treat it just like you would a video.
Absolutely. And if you want to share this channel right now, you can see that once I get past the typical uploads at the top, I'm seeing Gerbil Care 101, your complete guide to your gerbil friends. The second playlist I can see is 60-second gerbil care advice. Dee, I got to tell you, I don't think I have to go much farther. I would like to have seen descriptions here for best practice optimization, but these playlist titles are so good and so on point that I would know exactly what this channel was about if this playlist name got served to me out of context. I say we have to move right on to the final round with this channel.
All righty.
Advance.
Congratulations, you're moving right along. One chance. The next word to type in is end screen. You've just got a couple of seconds to type this in, and we're going to spin the wheel. You can see now, this is the new pace from here on out. This is called sudden death. You get one shot. Geraldo, are you ready?
I'm ready. I mean, he's ready.
Right, he's ready. Let's go. Let her rip.
The Star Wars Obsession. Boy, I got to tell you what. I like the name of the channel automatically. That's a great name for a channel.
Yeah, and very clear.
Very
clear. If I would just, you know what, I'm going to find your channel and I'm going to subscribe to it. How you guys liking Obi-Wan? Daniel, you're watching Obi-Wan?
Oh my gosh, so good. It's so good. I got to be honest, I won't going to go on a tangent. I was a little disappointed with Boba Fett. I think a lot of people were. I think I fell into that camp where I love anything Star Wars. It was good, but I was hoping for amazing, and I got a little nervous. And then when they were talking about Obi-Wan, I'm like, man, I hope it's good, and it's phenomenal. I think it's as good as The Mandalorian. Really, just a winner across the board.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. So let me know when you got him pulled up. And
what was the name of the channel again?
Oh, it's the Star Wars. Oh, where did it go? Star Wars Obsession. I pull here. The Star Wars Obsession.
Okay, there we go.
Yes. I just love the story. I love the idea of just like a broken old Obi-Wan trying to pull it together. I love it.
It fills that space in the storyline in so well. Like all that time while he was on Tatooine, what happened? I'm like, I'm sucked into it. So listen, we got one shot. Remember, folks, now we're going to pull up this wheel and we're going to spin it once, and either the best practice that we show is actually something that the Star Wars Obsession is actually been enacting on their channel, or they're going to go right into the pit with the rest of the debris, right into the
Sarlacc,
trash
into the
compactor
Sarlacc pit. Right. You're going into the Sarlacc pit. For you. Or the trash compactor, whatever. You get the reference. Star Wars fans, you get that.
Man, gotta stop geeking out here.
Yeah.
Well, la-dee-da, we have a free spin. So we're going to spin. This never happens. I've never had this happen. We're going to spin one more time to find the best practice, but you're going to get 2 shots at this. So let's go ahead and spin that wheel again. So if you need the second spin, you can use it, but if you get this best practices right, you'll move right on to the final round.
Right. Oh, they almost landed on eliminated.
Clear channel name. I mean, do we have to? Do we even have to? Look at that.
Advance.
I think
that was a no-brainer.
Yeah, total advance. We didn't even look at the channel. We've already figured out the name of this is so great. Everyone knows exactly what it's about.
That was a no-brainer. Yeah, congratulations. You're moving on to the final. Did we ever come up with a name? Was it Winner Circle? I think, is that what we came up with?
No, someone had what was it? Well, I don't know. We have to vote on that. We're going to have to review when we go back, and we'll do a vote next time, and we'll let everybody choose out of the things that people have offered. We'll let the Lions choose what we're going to call this final wheel spin.
The Wheel of Fame. Is that what it's called? The Wheel of Fame.
The Wheel of
here we go. Geraldo.
Oh,
82
Geraldo.
people. You ready?
Do it.
Let's go. Who's it going to be?
Pixelpia, our friend Pixelpia. Boy, the pressure's going to be tough here because Pixelpia is someone who's in both of our members group, and she has heard a lot of these best practices from us, not only here on the show, but has heard us, talk about it in groups. So if anybody should have this stuff dialed in, it's going to be our friend Pixelpia, which can be Pia. We need you to come to the plate, with both guns loaded. Okay.
That's right. And the next word to type in, got a head start on that, is going to be watch time. Here we go.
All right. Let me see. Let me pull up the, what did we say? We're going to pull up the wheel here. Where is it?
Yep,
all right. Let's spin the wheel and see what it is we're going to look at here. Come on, Pia. I'm rooting for you.
We're moving fast. Very fast. I love it. I love the speed of this.
Yeah, man.
Just
so
full
fast.
Yeah.
End screens. We already talked about this and why they're important. So either you have them or you don't. We're going to go right into your channel, Pia. Let's go with, let's find a video that should have some end screen somewhere in here. Should you use Google Play from 9 days ago? Sure, that's when we would expect to see some kind of end screen. We'll scroll to the end. And is there another piece of content featured at the end that's clickable for the viewer to go on and watch? And right there, how to set up two-factor authentication 2FA for beginners.
Advance.
Congratulations, Pixelpia, making us proud.
Exactly. You made us proud. Anytime a channel member comes up, I pucker.
It's like, please.
I pucker down there.
Yeah, you hope that all of the things that we've been talking about hasn't fallen on deaf ears with the members that we've had working with us for a while. But Pia is great, and she absolutely follows all of that advice and does everything she can to try to recommend more content, which is great. Watch time, people. Type that word watch time as you see it spelled into the chat.
And while we spin this, right, those of you who have already typed this in, do you like the speed of sudden death, or do you like us to go back to the more slower portion of the show? Let us know, faster or slower. Which one of those do you like? Go ahead and type that in as well.
I'm still trying to type watch time. Now you got me typing faster or slower?
That's right, man. That's the speed of the show right now.
Welcome to our world. Multitasking.
All guns a-blazing. Full steam ahead. Oh, we like it faster. Look at that.
Yeah,
Love sudden death, faster. More speed. Stick to the faster one. Fast. Speed. More speed. Speaking of, I feel the need for speed. Did you see Top Gun?
I haven't seen the new one. Have you seen it? Is it good? I've heard good things.
It's great. Go see it in the IMAX. It's fantastic. I mean, it's Tom Cruise. You know what you're getting going in. It's great. Geraldo, okay. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but spin it.
He's nodding yes. How did you have time to see it? Man, that guy, he just always finds time to make things happen. John Creative Minds. John Creative Minds. Let me find his channel. Creative and Minds spelled with a Z.
M-I-N-D-Z.
Z, Minds. John Creative. Well, wait a minute. I seem to have a channel here with this avatar called Creative Minds with a Z, but not John Creative Minds.
Oh.
I don't seem to see that channel, so I'm going to pull up the one that I see here, and I'm hoping this is you. I don't know why you must have. Hey, we do have to say this. We'll let this one go, but make sure that when you're logged in, we're only going to pull up the channel name that you actually have in chat. Don't send us chasing, because if you send us chasing, we're just going to move on to the next contestant. But I think this is you. Maybe he recently changed his name, like during the show, but then
maybe
hasn't logged out yet. He said, "I'm going to simplify." I heard what you said about easy to understand. That's it. He's like, I've simplified my name. Okay. John Creative Minds. So what we're going to do here, John, is we're going to pull up the wheel and we're going to have one spin here to see if what we're going to look at and if you move on or get knocked out of this round.
It looks like everybody wants the fast versions. Everybody wants sudden death.
All right. We might have to revamp the way we do this.
Yeah, we might have to change the show here. Maybe.
Well, we love changing the show. Clear thumbnails. Clear thumbnails. We've talked about this quite a bit in terms of making sure that it's easy for the viewer to understand exactly what that thumbnail is about and what they can expect once they click on it and start watching the content. So let me go to the videos tab where I can see many of his thumbnails. And, when it comes to gaming, this is definitely like a gaming channel, or it feels like a gaming channel. To me, it could be, I don't know if these are episodes. Oh, it's in Katana Reaction. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not gaming. It looks like it's maybe anime? Maybe anime. But either case, let me do this. Why don't we let the Lions decide? Because, I feel like I've been pushing too many buttons and making too many decisions for the both of us here today. Let's let the Lions tell us. So you guys think, I'll use the magnifying glass. Would you know, thumbs up or thumbs down? At a glance, would you understand what these videos are about and what to expect just by looking at the thumbnails? Let me see if I can scroll here.
To the arena.
What's in a katana? Orient. Okay. Zoro versus Baroque.
Tough crowd today.
Oh, they being tough? Are we on the fences here?
We're on the fence.
There's some interesting colors, and he's got some interesting YouTube faces. But the question becomes, in an instant, would you understand? And again, some of this is, this is why we throw it to the Lions. I'm hoping that some people live in this niche a little more than maybe I do. So to someone else, to a larger audience, it may be clear. You saw me. I said gaming. I didn't even get the niche right. So,
all right. How about this? So Genealogy with Amy Johnson Crow says if you're into anime, it's clear.
Okay.
She called it.
Okay. If you're into anime, it's clear.
There you go.
There we go. We're going to call that a win.
Advance.
So congratulations, Creative Mind. We're going to move you into the final round, so you'll get a chance at winning some fabulous StreamYard merchandise.
Yep. Thank you, Amy, for the clarity on that one.
Now, the question is, should I enter his name as Creative Minds or John Creative Minds?
Yeah. Through a Glass Darkly says, I'm not into anime, and it's clear. Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, well, see, that's why a lot of times I like to see what might, when it comes to thumbnails, we always say the best thumbnails are the ones that your target audience understands and would want to click. So that's why when anything is on the fence like this, that might be a little unclear to one of us, much rather have a larger audience like you guys give us your opinion, because a lot more of you have seen different types of niches and live in different niches and can give us some input on how clear or not clear those thumbnails might be.
All right, Geraldo, are you ready?
Ready, let's do it.
Let's go.
He's laughing at me. I'm doing my best over here, Geraldo. Keep it simple astronomy with some little squiggly lines involved. Cool.
Okay, while you pull up this channel.
I have to figure out on my keyboard where the little squiggly.
Okay, this is a perfect explanation of a channel name that, while it appears on the surface to be a clear channel name, right? Like you have Keep It Simple Astronomy. But where it went wrong, what are those even called? What are those squigglies called? I don't even know what those things are called. I graduated high school like 30 years ago. I don't remember what those are called.
Yell it out in the chat if you know what those are called.
Yeah, those make it difficult. So you want to not be too clever. Keep it, like you said in your title, or in your name there, keep it simple, right? Keep it simple astronomy. Keep it simple with your name as well.
Yeah, thank you for the tip there.
What are those called?
From the Mr.
Here he goes.
Yeah, it's just like he said, it's above the tab key. I'm like, great. It's called a tilde. A tilde? Waltzing Matilda? Tilde. Tilde. We've got tilde.
Tilde? Yeah, I thought the tilde was different. I thought the tilde was different, but yeah.
Yeah, tricky. All right, well, here's the channel. I was able to find it just with a lot of learning my keyboard again with keys I don't usually use. But let's go over to that crazy wheel and let it decide which punctuation we'll be looking at.
It's a punctuated tilde. Okay. What's it going to be?
Tilde. Featured link in the description. We talked about this earlier. What we're looking for here is in the descriptions of your videos, you can link out to something intentional. Now, a lot of times we'll say something like an easy one is pushing towards, I love that's the next word, type it in the chat. I love that we're if you push towards more content, it's an easy win, because that's actually part of suggested traffic by definition, videos that are found in the descriptions, in links of descriptions of the other videos. So you can actually improve your suggested traffic if you feature another piece of content right up top where people can see it in the description. So let me go into his content and make sure I'm not looking at anything that's a short or anything where he may not use it. Though even in shorts you can. Let me go with how about this one? 833 views from 2 weeks ago. Did pretty well. Let's scroll down.
What are you searching for?
We're looking for a link in the description. Featured link in the description.
Okay.
So I'm not seeing anything above the fold. When we talk about above the fold, there's this show more that expands the description. You can see here I'm on desktop, and if you had put a link here above the fold, I would have been able to see it if, let's say, I was watching this video, I scrolled down to leave a comment, it would have been right in plain sight as I scrolled past it. So it's a good place. It would have been right above where I'm about to type a comment in here. And my comment is, add a link in the description above the fold. I'll give you a hint. That's a great place to put it. But you might have one below the fold. We like them above the fold, but let's see if you have a featured link. And I'm going to say right here, he actually does have a featured link, single one. Become an exclusive member of this channel, and he's got a link to the join button. I think that that's actually what I would call a win.
Advance.
Yeah, when you have all these kinds of links and stuff, see how much he's got chapters going on and everything. Think about if that's a featured link, that potentially if it's something that you really want to feature it as a single, the one object is if they're going to click anything, don't be afraid to write the first sentence of your description, drop the link in, and then pick up the description again. So it has its own line. It's right there and it's featured. So that kind of call to action, because a lot of people will kind of read some descriptions. They're important, but nothing is more important than creating a funnel and moving viewers onto the thing that you want them to do.
Intentionality is the word we always come back to on this live stream.
Yeah.
And I do want to note, while people are typing in the next word, tilde, is I want to say that you might not see that area, the show more, exactly the same as everybody else. I do know that YouTube is testing a different layout right now, and I've seen where they're actually shortening it on desktop. Before, I think we had 3 lines of text. I've now seen it to where they've only given us 2 lines of text, and they're kind of moving things around. So if you see it a little bit differently, that's okay. Try to get that link up as high as you can if it's important to you to draw attention to whatever it is you're trying to link out to, be it another video, a playlist, something you're trying to sell, getting people to your email list, sales funnel, etc.
Absolutely.
Geraldo, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Tilde. Let's do this one for tilde.
Tilde.
For tilde.
Into fly fishing. Into fly fishing. I think I know what this channel is about. I'm not personally into fly fishing, but
this is another like clear channel name winner right here.
Yep. Into fly fishing. Are you into fly fishing? Clearly this channel is. I've got the channel up here. Into Fly Fishing, your guide to life on the fly. Man, is that a solid little catchphrase he's got going on with that channel name. But I'm not going to look at anything. What we're going to do here is that, as we always do, Dee and I are going to pull up the wheel and let the wheel decide in this sudden death round one shot to either get a best practice in place and on the video we look at, or we're going to put you off into the creek and you can fly fish for the rest of the day.
You got it.
That one green smiley face makes me a little seasick when it goes running around. Pass something through my kidney. Optimize titles. Optimize titles. Let me pull up the channel and see what we've got going on here.
Let's see what we got.
Okay, so we have. Let me pull open the videos tab. Magnifying glass. Let me read these out in case anyone can't see them. 10 best saltwater flies. Fly guide's choice. Orvis Pro wading boots review, hands-on and tested. Fishing for sea beasts on massive sand flats. Insane fishing action on the sand flats, Maldives, on his little truncation there. Fishing trout on a light bamboo rod on a tiny stream.
Can I hit it?
Do it.
Advance.
We got a room full of winners today.
But I mean, look at these. Look at how great these titles are. You know, and just some of these are just so fantastic when you see like insane fishing action on the sand flats, and he's got like, you know, coming out of the water, he's holding the fish. Just everything. Just is the packaging and the messaging is super clear. If I saw this video come up on my screen and someone asked me what this channel is about, it's so well represented in the packaging here, the titles and in the thumbnails. Really well done into fly fishing. Stay on this trend. You're doing a great job. This one where he's holding the fish right up to the camera, angling for giants. I mean, just smart. If anyone who's into fly fishing would totally get this.
Your titles are good. Your thumbnails are good. I would suggest one thing on your thumbnails, and I don't know how you're making them, Photoshop or an app, but increase the overall vibrance and saturation of the colors to make them pop out more. You want that blue sky to pop. You want that turquoise sea color to pop. You want the fish to pop. The more eye candy you can give the viewer, like if somebody's sitting there scrolling on their phone and your color explosion goes by them and it catches their eye, as more color generally will, it might increase the likelihood of somebody clicking. So just make we talked about Mr. Beast earlier, and I know there's a lot of people copying Mr. Beast style in terms of the overall vibrance. But go look, he kind of overdoes it. And I don't recommend you go and do all the fake eyes and everything that he's been doing lately, but just look at the overall colors that he's using. Everything is so vivid, so colorful. And I think if you can do that with your thumbnails, I think you're going to see an increase in your click-through rate.
Yeah,
sure.
Very simple, straightforward, easy to understand what these are about. He does a great job with a lot of his thumbnails. I mean, real simple. You know, when he's talking about would you swim with a shark for $100,000? I mean, just great thumbnail. I actually saw the different versions he made of this one.
Right. Yeah. And look at the vibrance though of the blue of the water and the sky. The one he has of the sky, super vibrant. And that can really help here. I think just one, go down.
Go down. Oh, down in here, when he does like this, all of this here, the yellow of Logan Paul's shirt, the vibrance of his logo on his shirt, to get the branding in there. Really smart. He always puts his own branding on his shirt and gets that in there. The background just really pops. Everything pops, even the color of the tiles on the side of the house. Just smart stuff. So think about that. When you look at yours, see how you've got a lot more muted. It doesn't jump. But maybe think about decluttering a little bit. Be careful with how much text and text blocking you put in there. I love my favorite one by far that I was jumping out is this one where you're holding the fish up. Really, really compelling. And the sideways fish one. You could definitely follow that trend. Those look great, man. I'd be all over these. And what's funny is if you start looking at it, here's one with 322 views from a month ago. Here's one with 772 views from a month ago. But this one where he's holding that big fish up, 1,300 views. This one with the one he's holding it up to the camera, 2,500 views. You can actually see these compelling, I know they're all about fishing, but when you really throw it in the person's face, you can see it just in the way that your target audience is reacting. You're actually getting more views on those too. So I know it has to do with topic as well, but seeing these a lot about the same kind of topic of fishing. Really, don't be afraid to do exactly what Dee said and make those pop a little bit more. But really, really good job.
Spend the time to learn how to make those pop. And as your skills develop, because I believe you're somewhat new, as your skills develop, you might even get to the point where you're starting to cut the fish out to make them larger and start to exaggerate what's going on in the thumbnail. Because remember, the whole idea is to stop people from scrolling and to get them to click. You don't want to clickbait them, but just, increase the fish by 10%. Increase the saturation by 10%. Just kind of like exaggerate things a little bit, and you're going to see some differences in your click-through rate. All right, so the next thing to type in, as so many of you have done already, 63 of you have done, is the wheel, as in the wheel decides. Geraldo, are you ready to spin the wheel?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. That's right, Camera Classroom. Stop the scroll.
Stop the scroll. Rick Sanchez.
I'm afraid to look at the channel. A huge Rick and Morty fan.
Okay, well, let me see. Now, if I can find it, that's one of the things. I'm wondering if let me just filter this by channel, and I'm going to look to see if I can. Man, there's a lot of competition on that particular name. I'm trying to find. Can you pull back up the winner? Do you still have the winner so I can try to match his channel avatar? Okay, so let me see. Boy, I'm having a lot of trouble locating it.
Yeah. I love how he just like talks and burps when he's like, I love Rick. Pickle Rick.
Unfortunately,
Rick.
there are dozens and dozens of Rick Sanchez channels, and I'm having trouble finding this one. I literally can't find it. Let me see. From the chat, Dee, we now have the ability.
It's pink.
It's pink, and he's smoking.
What? Doug linked to it.
Did Doug link it? I wasn't paying attention. Let me see. Can you? Let me see. Where's the link? Oh, there it is. Let's see if I can copy it though. I don't have controls to copy. Maybe I can do.
Yeah, we can't copy this, unfortunately.
I think I can do it.
Yeah, we're going to spend about 2 more seconds on this. Then this is sudden death.
There it is. We found it. And only, ladies and gentlemen,
did we just get trolled?
We got trolled.
Click
Not
on videos.
a single pice of content on this channel.
No content.
All right. So the next word we'd like you to type into the chat.
Pickle Rick.
is Rick Sanchez.
Rick Sanchez, ladies and gentlemen. We just got trolled on that one.
Oh, man. Coming in here, Rick Sanchez, throwing it in there, putting your name into the hat, put your hat in the ring. You don't even make video content. All right, you got us. Yeah,
all right.
That happens.
All right. We're going to spin it again. You ready?
Yeah, do it.
Pickle Rick, here we go. Let's go.
Got us, Rick. Tara Simons dash top product dot.
Yeah.
Okay.
StreamYard.
Tamra.
You know what? I keep telling them to shrink the text on this.
I know. Did I say Tara? I meant Tamra. Sorry, Tamra. Tamra Simons.
Tamara Simons. I'm guessing top production. Tamara, can you say something in here just to make sure there's not something else on the channel name that we're going to miss out here?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Rick Sanchez. Don't worry about it. You got it, Rick. I'll see you in the multiverse. Buddy.
Oh wow, there's no way that there'd be enough room. I've got the channel. You wouldn't have guessed this in a million years.
Oh my
Tamara
goodness.
Simons dash top producer dash real estate mentor. Okay, I don't have any comment because the wheel decides what we're going to look at, but I'm going to say I would worry about the length of your channel name. There's a lot going on there that you might want to try to simplify. But let's have the wheel decide what we're going to look at today.
Let's do it.
Tamara Simon's top producer, real estate mentor.
Rick, I bet, yeah, Morty probably does have videos on his channel.
Right. Clear value proposition. All right, let me pull this channel back up and let's see if she's got a clear value proposition. Now, listen, we have explained what we mean by value proposition several times during the course of this game show and previous game shows. Why don't we do this? Let's not say another thing. Why don't we let the Lions decide whether or not this channel has or doesn't have a clear value proposition?
Let's go.
You guys up for it?
Thumbs up and thumbs down. Making real estate a lifestyle. Tamara Simmons. Yeah, since you only get one shot at this, since we won't be pulling up, won't be spinning again, I would recommend possibly losing top producer unless that really means something. Just Tamara Simmons, real estate mentor. Just so much more clarity with that.
Yeah, all of that, it's so many words that I would have done that same thing. Tamara Simmons, I hope I'm saying it right, Tamara, real estate mentor would be a much cleaner and easier channel to follow. What are they saying in the chat?
It's a mixed bag. I'm going to let you get on there and decide. But here, while you're figuring that out, I also want to mention this here to Tamara as well. Since we're looking at your channel art here, you see all the social media accounts over here on the far left-hand side. Decide what the purpose of your channel is. Are you trying to grow your YouTube channel? Or are you trying to grow LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook and everything else, right? You've already got links over on the right-hand side that are linking out to Instagram, Facebook, and Instagram. You do not need the graphics over on the left, just confusing people, right? Think about focusing their eyes to the value proposition. And you can even get rid of the subscribe button that Daniel's showcasing there because
all of these
subscribe button. Right?
Non-clickable elements. They're just up there. You can't even do anything with them. They're just it's just taking up space and becoming distractions for what's really important is making real estate a lifestyle. If that's the value prop, that's what you want people seeing. Your name and the value prop, not all the other clutter around it. I know sometimes that you feel like you need to shout these things out, but they've already got a functioning subscribe button right here.
Right.
Okay, let me go over. I'm looking at this at the chat, and I saw value. I'm sorry, now I got a little distracted. The ones I was looking at was back and forth, but in the screen as I was scrolling, I actually saw more people say that they understood what this channel was about, and it was a clear value prop. So I'm going to give that a pass and send her on to the final round, my friend.
Advance.
Congratulations.
And that's being very kind because I now have to type your entire channel name into the wheel. And I
love it. While he types that in, I'll just say one more time, simplify your header. Get rid of anything that's non-clickable. Subscribe button, the things on the left-hand side, people can't click on them. It's just distracting from what your value proposition is. It's taken away from your channel art. Simplify it. Get rid of all that confusion. And value prop is going to be the next thing for everybody to type in.
Value proposition, value prop, as you see it typed right there on the screen. Type that into the chat. Value prop.
Geraldo, you ready?
Yeah, Geraldo's got his timpani. What do they call them? Mallets.
Timpani mallets. Let's go.
Interesting names out here today. The Y files, not the X files. This is after that. It's the Y files.
The Y files. I have no idea. I have an idea. I take that back. I almost said I have no idea, but I have an idea. Could be like classified stuff, like questionable redacted type things. Yeah. Conspiracy things, possibly.
Boy, Dee, you're pretty good at this, my friend. You are pretty good at this.
There you go.
Tinfoil hat, secrets, conspiracies, myths, and legends. Man, you nailed it. All right, but I am not going to say anything. We're going to let the wheel decide today what we're going to look at. By the way, congratulations. The channel has 184,000 subscribers. Really nice looking channel. You've got some great things going on, and that kind of conversion, you've done a lot of good things here. So I'm hoping that the one thing we land on doesn't ruin your day with a channel like this. It's been clearly successful. But let's decide what the wheel wants us to do next. Boy, if he got eliminated, wouldn't that be a gut punch?
Right.
Cards. We've talked about this several times, but everybody, Cards is an easy place for you to recommend more of your content inside of your video. The 4 places we pay attention to: Cards, end screens, link in the description, and pinned comment, are 4 easy places that you can try to get them all working together to funnel the viewer towards more of your content. Or if you're using those specifically to do things like try to push towards something you're selling, or maybe towards your website or an email opt-in list. So in a channel this size, 184,000 subscribers, I would expect to see Cards doing something in a majority of these videos. So let's pull up. I'm going to go back a little bit. I want to pull up a video, not a short, maybe something back over here. 15,000 views. Let's see if there's a card. And the minute I click on this, up in the corner, you can see there's a little white dot. That is an indicator that our friend, the Y Files, is using Cards in the video. I won't make any other comment. The cards are there.
Advance.
Killer.
Congratulations. Now it is time for the final spin. The final spin is the collection, the winner's wheel, if you will. I don't think we ever decided on a name on that. The circle of winners, the winner's wheel. You guys decided. I don't remember what it was.
I don't know.
We're going to spin this, and the winner of this is going to get to choose, as long as you're within a shipping destination. If you're not in a shipping destination, then we can work something else out. But if you're in a destination we can ship to, then you get to choose from the Streamyard store and choose some merch. They have great t-shirts, hoodies. The coffee mugs are incredible. They have pillows. They even have stuffed ducks. The Wheel of Pain.
The Wheel of Pain. It's like the Wheel
Circle
of
Doom.
Circle
the merry-go-round.
Yeah, there's got to be a play on words we can find in there somewhere.
Yeah.
So listen, look how many winners we've advanced today. So what we do, we're going to spin this thing one time, and whoever gets pulled up here today is going to win something, anything they want to pick from the Streamyard catalog. You guys are really doing a great job today. Very impressed with how many channels are really on point and taking advantage of the features in YouTube to help funnel the viewers towards things that they want them to move towards and optimize their channels in a way that makes a better viewing experience for anyone who doesn't know who you are and may be coming to your channel for the first time. Love it, love it, love it.
Before you spin this, let's take this opportunity. So Sarah Harper here, and this is a great comment. I stopped using Cards because I felt like it was messing with my view duration. Now I'm second guessing this. Daniel, do you want to tackle this and explain why it's a good idea to use Cards?
Okay, let me give you a few things in a nutshell. By best practices of the words of YouTube, they recommend that you put a card no sooner than 80% of the way through your videos. Now, you might tell me, hey, I get 90% average view duration, and you're taking away 10% from me. But my guess is you may have been putting cards way too early in your videos and sending people in the wrong direction too soon. So step number 1, put them near the end, because one of the things that you're going to see happen is if you put them near the end, the last 20%, you're going to basically get rid of the tire kickers. You're going to pre-qualify the viewer. Someone who's willing to watch a majority of your video is more likely to click on a card. Because most of the channels I work with get anywhere from 20 to 30% CTR on their cards. Okay, so you really do want to move them towards more of your content. Number 2, when you separate metrics and say, well, average view duration is being affected by it, what you're throwing out the window is you got someone to take one piece of content, click and go on to watch another piece of content. Now they've got 2 pieces of content in their recent watch history, and all of that is considered under engagement. The single most important thing you can do on your channel is to get them to watch your video. The second most important thing you can do in any video is to get them to watch another piece of content. And realizing that cards are very infrequently shown. Notice that. Very infrequently shown. One of the least visible actions that someone can take. You'll very rarely see cards displayed. If you look at your metrics, it's a very low number. So you always want to take advantage of it for the times that they are displayed, unlike end screens, which show up quite frequently. You want to make sure that you're putting it out there and taking advantage of those areas. I promise you, don't get so wrapped up in one metric that you've got your face pressed against the tree and you can't see the forest anymore. It's about getting viewers to interact with your content. Do more than one thing. Not just watch a video, but watch another video.
All right, a lot of great names in here. Not sure what we settled on. You ready?
Let me see. Here's our wheel. We do have our wheel. Let's spin this thing and let's see who's going to be our winner for the day.
Let's go.
There are some great names. Some pretty long names, too. And our winner today is Pet Connection International. Congratulations. I think that's fantastic. You know what? I'm going to break the rules.
Uh-oh.
We have our own show.
That's right. We make the rules.
What do you think about 2 winners today?
Let's do it. But first, let me do this.
Winner number 1.
Yeah, let's spin it again.
Let's spin it again. Let's give away
2.
a second prize today. So our very first winner is Pet Connection International. Let's spin again.
Like this.
With this many
2
names.
winners.
And our second winner is Creative Minds, also known as AKA John Creative Minds. So listen, our channel manager here, Megan, is going to drop her email into the chat, which is very simple. It's Megan, M-E-G-A-N, at danielbatal.com. Each of you reach out to her with your channel URL and your personal information so she can confirm that you are in fact the owner of that channel. And she will direct you towards the Streamyard product page where you can go in and you can pick any single piece of merch that you would like to have. If for any reason you do live in an area, like Dee said, that you're out of where they ship to, which is very rare, but it does exist, we'll make sure we'll compensate in another way to make it worth your while, okay? Thank you, everyone, for playing today. You guys cranked today.
This may have been it wasn't the top, but it was one of the top shows in terms of having more people advanced. That means you guys are paying attention. You're listening. Yeah. For those of you who keep coming to the show. So that's awesome. So I want to thank Streamyard for allowing us to take over their channel today for an hour and a half. And Mr. Batal, thank you as well. It's always a pleasure and it's an honor, sir, to fly by your side.
And thank you, Mr. Nimmin. Always a pleasure to be here with me and my stones to do the show once a month. Don't forget, everybody, we do this show the second Saturday at noon EST of every month. So make sure if you had fun and if you want to come back and if you didn't get a shot at the wheel this particular game, come back and take another shot next time. And maybe we'll do even more winners. You never know where this game might go.
You never know. All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out with us. Have an amazing week. Cheers.